welcome back to Making It with Mingling. Today we're going to be working on page 30, and that's going to be 30 out of 100 days of junk journaling. And what we have here is a grungy page, and then we have a page that's got some tissue paper that was printed by Karen McCoy. And what I did was I looked through my box of things, miscellaneous things. It's not categorized like most things are. So I found this that I liked, and I think the colors blend nicely. And then I found this piece of a card. This was the back side of it, and it's a mouse dancing in the sunshine, just happy to be outside and enjoying themselves. So I thought that might be nice to make a pocket with, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it to make a pocket. I'm not going to bring it all the way down because I do have this little bit of print here. So we're going to start by gluing this part down. We've held on to greeting cards for a very long time. At one point, I had some from when I was a teenager. And I said, this is ridiculous. They're just getting dusty in the attic. But then I started junk journaling. And now I have gone through the bulk of the cards, and I've taken what I feel like I don't want to destroy and leave as is, and the others I have put in my ephemera box so that I can go to it when I need ideas or working on projects. And the colors of this kind of blend with this grunge stuff going on over here. This looks like a mess I was making. Best I can tell, it was just playing around on the gel plate. And since this is cardstock, I'm going to glue it rather than using the matte medium. We're just going to glue this baby down and let it be done. And I do want to offset that. I kind of looked at what it might look like as a layout, and I've got this butterfly that I feel like I want to put over here. It kind of knocks the colors back a little bit, but it still gives you that focal point. Or let's see, do we want it to be there? Or does it need to be more like, ooh, oh, I like that. I like that. So we're going to go there. And I hope you're enjoying this series, 100 Days of a Challenge of Junk Journaling. So for 100 days. Oh, that's even nicer. I'm going to not take it all the way to the edge of the page because I may want to do something there to add some color to that so that we're not looking at a blank page. Now what we want to do, I don't know yet. There are always things to think about. While I was waiting, I was looking at these, and I found these in a magazine, and I just really thought they were cool. So we're going to cut these out. I've used matte medium to put them down, and I've attached them to cardstock. They were just out of a magazine. It had gardening tips in it. Unexpected things, basically, that you could use to create garden space. And I don't think I'll have any drawers outside with anything planted in it, but I kind of thought they were interesting and could see where I might find them useful. And I'm thinking they're not quite dry yet, so we're going to let them dry just a little bit longer, but I'm thinking that these will go down in the pocket, and then I'll have a writing space that has some coordinating colors. And they're not the same size, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'm going to stand them up there to dry. And I'm going to use a quote from our hauls. And let's see which one. This put a little strut in it. Kind of fits with this little guy, I think. Because he definitely looks like he might be strutting. So yeah. Put a little strut in and I think I'll use that pretty blue. And this is just a Crayola water-based marker. Or no, it's actually a Pen and Gear, which is a Walmart brand. They were like 50 cents at the end of the school supply season. And I probably could have wrote it out without using the pencil, but sometimes my brain has brain farts, and I mess up, so that was a little safer way to do it. And I do not have what I need for my page 30. I don't have a number, so I think I'll just write it this time. These are almost dry, not quite. Let's see, let's see what I have in this. Let's see if we can kind of blend some colors out of here. These are the same little watercolors I used a few days ago. I guess we'll go with the blue. Purple and blue should go well together. Just playing around here. And I'm going to blot so that I don't make a mess. We're going to put our piece of paper underneath it just to protect our surface behind it. Keep blending, lady. You're not quite there yet. You're getting there. Sometimes you just have to be patient. They say patience is a virtue. Sometimes I think it's very difficult to be patient in certain situations. Do you find that happens to you? Let me know in the comments. Just curious. There we go. That looks nice. Now, do we want to do the same thing over here? Maybe a little bit. But I think I want to carry it. I definitely want sky. We get different shades of blue, so we're going to mix those in. Currently, it's a beautiful day in North Carolina. That's not going to be the case here shortly. We're supposed to go to a race this evening, and the weather is not looking favorable. So we have opted to stay home and watch it on TV instead, which is a real disappointment. But hey, sometimes things happen that you can't control everything, no matter how hard you try. Some things we just can't control, so we have to learn to work it. Work with what we got. And I'm using dirty water. I guess you saw that, right? You can see that I'm working with dirty water. I have clean water right beside me, but who knows if it makes that much difference or not. I don't think it will for this. Grungy is okay. So that little bit of dirt in that water is probably not a bad thing. I didn't want to exactly pronounce those loopy-loos, so let's see if we can work them out a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. Let's work it, girl, work it. Yeah, it seems a shame to drive an hour and a half to watch a race that's going to start at 7 o'clock, and it's like 90% chance of rain at this point. It changed briefly and looked a little bit better, but it was very, very brief. Alright, now we want to go with, we're going to get greens in here. And I'm going to try doing this a different way. I'm going to try brushing this and getting the color on the brush instead of marking it and see what happens. Not bad. Not bad. This is what you call making do with what you got, my friends. And being thankful for it. Yay! We can do it. We can do it. So we're going to put a little strut in our stuff, and we're going to make that look nice. Might want to put a little green over here too. Let's just dabble with that a little bit. It won't hurt anything at all. Because there's that same color green right there. So let's see if we can bring some of that over. And it looks like it's very intentional instead of just a happy accident. Got a couple of different shades of green, so we can get that in there too. And I'm going to just kind of put that kind of like a texture to add some texture to that green. I'm kind of pleased with that. That's not bad, not bad, not bad. So there we have day 30. It's going to dry, and we're going to put this in the pocket. So that kind of looks like the greenery continues. So put a little strut in it. And that's going to be day 30 in the books. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't watched the series, so far we're on our 30th day. We're going to try to go make it to 100. And until next time, be well, my friends. Have a great day. Bye-bye.